Hello there. We are going to be playing through another league with Blue-Black Death Shadow. Hopefully doing a little better than yesterday. Once again, here's my list. It's kind of the stock list. All right. First match. We will go first. That's a mulligan. Ugh. This hand also is not very good. But I don't really feel like going to 5, so I'm going to keep it. Put the Underground Sea on the bottom. Just going to play a Blooded Strand and pass. All right, there's Delver of Secrets. So we can actually play Shadow here. With help from Snuff Out. We can actually play a 3/3 Shadow. But, of course, that's in Lightning Bolt range. So now we have that to get us out of Lightning Bolt range. Perfect. Of course, we are going kind of low on our life here. But it's all good. That's what Death Shadow does. I think first I'm going to snuff out that. And let's play Death Shadow around Daze, and if he tries to Lightning Bolt it, we have the 3-rate cycle. I might try cycling here to see if I can find a blue card to Force of Will that Dreadhorde Arcanist. Alright, perfect. Get to play around Daze here. And now we can Wasteland his Volcanic Island. Put him to 13. And hopefully we don't get hit by any haymakers here. Because my shields are down for the next couple turns. Okay. 1 game 1 against what looks to be Rug Delver. Gonna bring in the Eliminates. And I think the Hymns. Take out Force of Negation. And some Force of Wills. Actually, I think I might leave the Force of Wills, and I think I might cut... Nah, I think the Force of Wills are actually a fine thing to cut. We are on the draw, however, so maybe I'll cut a couple days, leave in a couple forces. I've heard some people say to never cut days in the tempo mirror, but maybe we'll do 3 days, 2 Force of Will. Yeah, that seems fine. Hmm. So while this hand only has one land, I think it's pretty good, so I think I'm going to keep it. Do you have a brainstorm? I would love to draw a second land, because then that gives me some insurance against opposing wasteland. Alright, so I think I'm just going to get a Watery Grave and play a Delver. I don't really like casting Brainstorm right here. Ah, there's the Wasteland. So we could get totally screwed here. And his own Delver. We will not reveal that. We'll cycle it. Nice. There's land. So, let's see. We do have a shadow in hand. I think I'll pay the 2 life. I'll go ahead and snuff out his Delver. I'd really like to play that shadow around Daze. So maybe I will brainstorm in his upkeep. Or I could just go ahead and wait until my turn to brainstorm. We'll see what he does. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and brainstorm. Ooh, no other lands. But we can flip our Delver at the very least, so we'll do that. Chain Lightning. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if he just has Burn in hand to finish me off. Yep, that's game. Okay. We're on the play, so I'm going to bring in all of my dazes. And I guess one force. This also has only one land, but I'm fine with that because we can sort of take the aggressive position here. We have a lot of dazes. We have no shadow, but I'm going to fetch a Watery Grave anyway. I'll daze that. So let's go ahead and ponder here. Excellent. Now we have some removal just in case, and we'll flip our Delver next turn and maybe cast him to Torok next turn. Alright, Chain Lightning. I think I'm fine with this Delver. Yeah. Now we can cast him with Day's backup. Or I could Fatal Push and then Brainstorm. I think I like the Torok here. So we hit an Oko and a Flooded Strand. That's pretty good. Another Delver of Secrets. So I think I'll start by brainstorming here. I think I will put Wasteland back and Thoughtseize back because I'm starting to get low on life. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll get Watery Grave. I'll pay the 2 life. Let's go ahead and push. Well, I think I'll play the Shadow now. And then we'll wait to push to see if these guys flip. I know Shadow is in bullet range, but I think I kind of have to play it here. So I think if he had a Lightning Bolt, he would have played it right then. Days. So I will go ahead and cast this Fatal Push before he has a chance to draw it. So we know he has a Daze. Alright, we'll take 3. Go to 7. Clothis. We will daze that. He'll daze back, and we will daze again. Let's ponder. Ooh, that's amazing. I'm going to put Shadow and then Fatal Push. We will not shuffle. Underground Sea, let's go ahead and push that insect. And now we're drawing Death Shadow next turn. Feeling pretty good about our position. Play this Death Shadow here, and I think I'm going to maybe I'll play my Watery Grave tapped. Vapor Snag. Okay. And we're drawing Wasteland next turn. I don't think there's anything that saves him at this point. Alright. We won against Rugdell. There was a moment there where it could have been close. Like if he had had a better card when I sort of had to tap out to Fatal Push his Delver in that upkeep when he flipped him. Or they. I shouldn't say he. You never know. Yep, definitely thinking about switching some cards around. Kind of unhappy with the with how difficult the Snowco matchup is with this particular list. All right, match 2. We will play first. This hand seems fine to me. I'm going to keep it. We don't have a whole lot we can do immediately with this hand, but I think I'm just going to play the Flooded Strand, and we'll see what they do. And then I'll probably brainstorm on my next main phase. Once upon a time. Sure. I hope it's not elves. Okay, it's a Cloud Coast deck. That's a lot better for us. Ooh, we drew another Wasteland. That's also pretty good. Just gonna keep Wastelanding the Cloud Posts. Yeah, Expedition map I think is fine. Alright, so now I'm going to try to brainstorm into something that can help me play one of these Death Shadows. Well, there's definitely some fetches here that can help me get shadows into range. I think I'm going to put back the Brazen Borrower and a Flooded Strand. I think the play here is probably Delver. Now at least we have a clock. Flip our Delver. Let's brainstorm. Excellent. Shuffle away a Marsh Flats and I guess Force of Negation at this point. We'll go ahead and Thoughtseize him. Okay, so a bunch of Eldrazi, a couple Zeniths, Primeval Titan. I think I will take the Titan here. Then again, he has an Expedition map and 2 forests. I think I'll take a Zenith, and then I can daze the other Zenith, which I assume they'll probably cast without leaving mana for days, so... Then I think a couple swings with Death Shadows, and I think we might have this one. Okay. Yeah, they scooped. So, we're playing against Green Cloud Post. I like Hymn to Torok. And I kind of like Surgical Extraction. Not really sure about Ratchet Bomb. They have Pithing Needles and stuff like that, so I can bring in Ratchet Bomb for Pithing Needle so that I can use Wasteland, but I don't know. I think I'll probably sideboard out the Fatal Pushes. And let's see what else is not the greatest. Snuff Out also seems like I could probably cut it. Maybe Brazen Borrower. The reason that I think I should leave in Snuff Out is because, you know, they can play like Eldrazi and stuff like that. Like Thought-Knot Seer, for example. I think I will board out the Snuff Outs and we'll just kind of see what happens. Basically playing no removal. This hand has a clock and a Wasteland, so I think I'm going to keep it. Glimmer Post, sure. Pithing Needle. He's going to name Wasteland. I think I'm going to force that. Just play a Flooded Strand to pass. Another Pithing Needle. I'm going to fetch Watery Grave and daze that. And there's a Cloud Post. We will waste that. Carpet of Flowers. Yep. One, two, three, four, five, six. So not quite enough to play Gurmag yet. I think I will wait till next turn and I'll just sack both Marsh Flats for Watery Graves, play a Shadow and a Gurmag Angler. Of course, that gives him a bit more mana per turn, but I think that should be fine. We need to get a clock going. So now we can present a pretty good clock. And they could potentially have access to like... So now they have access to quite a bit of mana next turn. Oh, okay, they have the Stage Depths combo. Alright, so they'll probably make a Merit Lage, but we can ponder for Petty Theft. And I'll be bringing in Caracas. One turn too late on that Wasteland. And we lose. Alright, so now we know they have Dark Depths, so I'm going to bring in Caracas. And I think, let's see, what should we take out? I think I'll take out... I guess maybe we can take out one Underground Sea. I don't foresee many situations where we want to fetch for 2 Underground Seas. We will play first. Can't keep this hand. We can keep this hand, however. And I think I will put, let's put Gurmag on the bottom. Angler. I'm going to start by cycling this guy. Cavern of Souls. Yep, there's an Elvish Reclaimer. Ooh, this is pretty good. I guess I'll put Thoughtseize, him, and Marsh Flats. No shuffle. Play the Marsh Flats. And pass the turn. I'd really like to him him, them on the following turn. Another Reclaimer, sure. So now I have a pretty good turn. We'll go ahead and hymn them first. We got a Caracas and a Carpet of Flowers. Now I will Wasteland the Cloud Post. Alright, Cloud Post. We will go to 9. So I'll play a Death Shadow here. And I think I can surgically extract the Cloud Post. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do, but it feels fine. So he's got Emrakul, Carpet, Zenith. Just gonna check out what he's got in his library here. And we'll take a screenshot. If my snipping tool will open. My hotkey was not working, so we'll just take a look at what he's still got in there. All right, I think I am satisfied with that. And we will pass the turn. Carpet of Flowers. I think I'm gonna force this, pitching a Daze. So he has Emrakul, Green Sun, Zenith, and one unknown card. Can I afford to attack here? No, I don't think I can. Because then I'm dead to Crop Rotation. Well, yeah, I'm dead to Crop Rotation even if he counters it. So this I'm just going to hard cast Daze. Save the Force of Will and maybe draw another blue card later. So I think I have to ponder here because I'd really... perfect. Force Brainstorm Gurmag. So now that I have this Gurmag, I can safely start attacking. With the Shadow. Zenith for 1, sure. I could save my Brainstorm to counter something, but I think I want to cast it here. I think I'll put Force on top and Marsh Flats. Brainstorm again. Street Wraith. So I'm going to put Street Wraith Ah, this is kind of difficult. I think I'll put Street Wraith, then Marsh Flats. Now we have Force of Will up. Can I attack? No, because then I'm dead to multiple Reclaimers attacking. Well, I guess I can. I don't really want to draw that Street Wraith next turn. He is probably going to fetch up a Dark Depths here. Maybe I should have attacked last turn. I don't know, though. It's difficult. What really kind of screwed me over was the Cavern of Souls, so that he could play all those Elvish Reclaimers. Without me being able to counter them. So we have to hope that we can find Karakas or a Brazen Borrower this next turn here. None of those cards is going to do it, so we will shuffle. At this point, pretty much, darn it. We're 1 mana short. We found the Brazen Borrower. But yeah, we're 1 mana short of being able to cast the Petty Theft there. We lose. Oh well. It was a decent match. Pretty close, I guess. So we lost to mono green post/depths. Do all of those decks play the Dark Depths combo? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I want to take a look. Seems like a fine, alternative way to win if all of the if the Cloud Post route doesn't really pan out. The interesting thing there was nothing I could even really counter to really prevent that plan, because it was all just sort of the elves into the sort of the Dark Depths plan. Okay, it doesn't look like mono green. Well, let's take a look at what the average deck list looks like. Okay, yeah, most of them do play the Depths stage combo, it seems like. All right. Well, we just never found the Karakas that we needed for Petty Theft with enough mana to cast it. But to tell you the truth, those dang elves kind of were able to put enough pressure that I couldn't really attack very well. We won the roll, so we will play first. I'll keep this hand. And I think I'm going to lead off on Underground Sea here. That way, if we draw a Brainstorm, we can still have our fetch land to shuffle stuff away. Leyline of Anticipation. You may cast spells as though they had flash. Okay. Nothing, huh? That's odd. There's a Lotus Petal, sure. Is this some sort of all spells deck? I don't know. I don't know if they play Leyline of Anticipation. Yeah, it is, because I put a Balustrade Spy. Yep. There's the Spy. Here come a bunch of Narcomoebas, which are then going to be dread returned for Thassa's Oracle. So, yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm just going to scoop. Alright, so we're playing against Oops All Spells. I'll bring in the Surgicals, the Grafdigger's Cage. Let's bring in the Hymns. And let's board out Snuff Out, Fatal Push, and I guess we can cut like one Angler. Yeah, that seems fine. I guess we can also probably cut like 2 Wasteland for 2 Narsets to have more blue cards for our Force of Will count, more keepable hands that have a Force and a blue card. Alright, we will play first. Can't keep that even though it has a Force of Will. No lands. This also has no lands. This, I think, is keepable. I'll put Wasteland and Flooded Strand on the bottom. Just play our land and pass. What's this gonna be? Cabal Ritual. Sure. Undercity Informer. This I will daze. But I think I'll brainstorm first, and we can see if, see what other options we might have. Him and Wasteland. Okay. He will pay for the days. And he gets to resolve that. I guess we just play Watery Grave here. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's fine. I could actually lose to just Undercity Informer beatdown. Goblin Charbelcher. Yeah, that I'm definitely gonna daze. Ah, that's a pretty good draw. And we'll just save the Street Wraith. Spy. Let's see here. Let's just cycle this and see what we get from that. All right, the spy will resolve. Look at the cards. Okay. So the question now is, in response to the Narcomoebas, I think I surgically extract them. Alright, you win. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the same deck again. Good old oops all spells. That was actually about to get pretty scary if I did not draw a creature to block the Undercity Informer. 2/3 beatdown. But thankfully we drew Death Shadow, and we were at a low enough life total to cast it. Ooh, this hand is pretty good. I'm going to keep it. We have the Force of Will for any kind of, immediate shenanigans. And then we can play a Grafdigger's Cage on turn 2. Or, well, our turn 1, actually. And they start off with a Mole to 6. That's always nice. Mulligan to 5. Alright, Crow Mox, that's fine. He's going to have very few cards left in hand after this. Dark Ritual, sure. Charbelcher, I will force that. Let's maybe cycle Street Wraith first just to see what other blue cards we might be able to find. Yeah, Brazen Borrower, I think I will go ahead and pitch to my Force of Will, because I want to cast the Brainstorm, and I kind of want to have the Daze as backup. fetch a watery grave. Yes, and we will go ahead and Pyrograph Digger's Cage. Let's go ahead and brainstorm. Pass the turn. Soon we'll probably be able to find a creature. Presumably. Shuffle away all those extra lands. And I think maybe I can surgical his Charbelcher here. Nah, I'll just wait. Yeah, I'll fetch another Watery Grave. Street Wraith. Yeah, I guess I'll Thoughtseize him. I don't think we really have to worry about our life total at all. Simian, Spirit Guide, Dread Return, and Spy. I think I'll take the Spirit Guide because I'm actually kind of worried about him being able to just cast it as a 2/2. Kind of afraid of a 2/2 at this point in the game with my life total at 4. Yeah, I think I will keep this just because it gives me a chance to him these cards out of his hand. We hit Summoner's Pact and Balustrade Spy. So really hoping this Brainstorm finds us a creature here. Yep, there's Lotus Petal. Still no creatures. Maybe we can shuffle away an extra Surgical Extraction here. Eventually we have to find something. We'll go to 3. Goodness. Well, at least now we can play any Street Wraiths that we draw. Thoughtseize. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. Would really just love to draw a Death Shadow, though. Or a Ponder or something. Something to help me find the Death Shadow. He'll take Force of Will. Yes, that makes sense. I'm going to keep the Wasteland in my hand for now. I think I'm going to not cast that Thoughtseize. This is kind of ridiculous. Okay, so now that we have 2 Surgicals again, I'm going to actually surgically extract the Goblin Charbelcher. That'll give us some information about what's in his hand, so on and so forth. worried about just dying to, you know, some sort of creature. If he just is able to cast a creature. We really need to draw a clock of some sort or another. All right. Okay, thank God. Hopefully this Ponder will find a Death Shadow. Okay, it does not. It does have a Street Wraith. I think I'm just going to shuffle it. That's another good one. Okay, now at the very least, we can flip our Delver on a Thoughtseize and begin to start attacking him. It's going to take 6 turns at this rate, but that's better than nothing, I suppose. Dark Ritual. Okay. Undercity Informer. So I could daze and daze again. Let's look at what he had in his hand here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll just double daze this. He could have another mana generating card in his hand, which would kind of suck. But that's fine. We can kind of make him go all in on this Undercity Informer, having to sacrifice his Lotus Petal and so forth. Okay, he won't pay for it. So we'll flip our Delver on this Thoughtseize. We will reveal that, but I think I'm going to actually shuffle that away. Really hoping to draw like a threat. Oh, perfect. That's kind of what I was hoping to draw here. Something that can increase my clock and just end this game once and for all. Now we have a 2-turn clock. I think I will put this Wasteland back out there. We'll see what they might be able to do. Alright, and finally we win. That took a long time, but we beat Oops All Spells. That was actually kind of close for a minute there. I mean, maybe not, but like, if they drew some kind of answer like a Nature's Claim for the Grafdigger's Cage, and I don't know, there was a lot of turns there where I kind of just was doing nothing, just spinning my wheels and cantripping and shuffling. Couldn't really find a clock until, gosh, I don't even remember what turn that was. Really late in the game, though. match number 4. Let's see what we play against here. Yeah, this hand's fine, I think. Death and taxes. Okay, I think I will force a negation that file. I'm gonna cycle the Street Wraith. Okay, snuff out, and we're gonna ponder here. Daze, Delver, Gurmag. Now we can flip our Delver next turn. And we can snuff out his Mother of Runes. Now we can play Gurmag next turn too, which is pretty solid. Stoneforge, sure. So I don't want him to be able to put that Batterskull into play, so I'm going to go ahead and push the Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, I'm going to get a Watery Grave here. Now we can play a Shadow if we draw one. Still kind of worried because if they draw the right combination of cards, they can, yeah, like that for example is very good. Wasteland is pretty good here. Thalia. I think that's fine. That might have been a mistake, but you know, I've got this nice clock here. Mm-hmm. Ah. Actually, why don't I just go ahead and daze that. So now I could play Brainstorm, or I could I think what I will do is I will Brainstorm, and then we still have mana up for days. Um, so I could just play a shadow here, and that actually seems pretty darn good. So I'm going to put Street Wraith and Stubborn Denial back on top. We're going to play our shadow, and now, oh shoot, if he draws another Swords to Plowshares, you know, that might have been a mistake there. Okay, Skyclave. That's, yeah, for sure gonna exile the insect. And now I do have the ability to Street Wraith into Stubborn Denial, so I think I will attack. We'll see if I can get him to block with both. That would be nice. Okay, he can no longer use that silent clearing for mana. I think I'm just going to go ahead and daze that. Now he has to block with the Apparition, and I get a 1/1, which is another lethal clock. I'm going to put that into play untapped. Alright, we got there. Death and Taxes. I'm going to bring in Plague Engineers. I'm going to bring in Ratchet Bomb, the Hymns, and the Eliminates. So that's 7 cards. And I'm going to take out the Force of Wills, the Force of Negation. Maybe I'll take out 2 Dazes. Sometimes I take out Stubborn Denial, but I kind of like having Stubborn Denial for Swords to Plowshares. So, yeah, I think that looks fine to me. The 1 land hand. I guess I'll keep it. It's not the best hand against Death and Taxes, but maybe I can brainstorm into Snuff Out right now. I do have that Ratchet Bomb, which I can use on the Mother of Runes. But I kind of don't want to play any of my 1-drops. I'm just going to play the Delver Secrets. Yep, there's a Stone. So now, oh, okay, maybe he has Batter Skull. Ooh, we will reveal that card. Darn. So if I had brainstormed, I might have actually found that for the turn 1 Mother of Runes there. What shall I do here? First things first, I'll attack. And I think I'm going to Desperation Brainstorm to try and hit another colored source of mana. Okay. I will put the Angler back because it's going to be a while before I have enough cards in my graveyard. And I think I'm going to put the Wasteland back because there's nothing I can use it on now. I just realized that the way I stack these cards means I will not be able to flip my Delver, unfortunately. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, I probably should have put the Stubborn Denial on top, because I don't really need to have access to it right now. I could play the Ratchet Bomb. I think I will. And now, depending on what he puts in, or they, he or she, depending on whatever my opponent puts in. Oh, okay, it's a Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay. He's going to equip. Since I'm probably going to tick up this Ratchet Bomb and destroy his mom, I'm just going to block anyway here. Fact of the matter is, though, now that he has permanent protection from black, that's just kind of annoying. But I gotta get rid of that Mother of Runes. Or I could actually... Yeah, I think I have to get rid of the Mother of Runes. First and foremost. Not quite enough mana to cast Gurmag yet. Sure. So now I'm kind of hoping, I think, to draw Brazen Borrower so I can bounce the... Ooh. Yeah, that's... I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can beat this. I guess we discard the... Eliminate? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's really a way for me to win this, but just for the sake of finishing out the game, I'm just gonna play out this Delver and stuff. There's a Mother of Runes. I'm going to lose this game. I really don't think there's any way I'm going to win this. Even if I draw the Petty Theft now, it's not enough. Yeah. We're dead. Alright. On to game 3. I think I will take out the Stubborn Denial for another days here. Just being on the play, having 3 days might be nice. And I think that looks good. That was kind of an unfortunate game where I just didn't really draw my removal at the right time to be able to kill the Mother of Runes, kill the Stoneforge Mystic. Never found any discard for the Stoneforge Mystic equipment. Death and Taxes can be a pretty tough matchup. I really wonder if maybe the right play was to continue adding counters to the Ratchet Bomb. To eventually get it up to 3 counters to destroy the equipment. I don't know. We will play first. It's a 1-land hand, but I do have cantrips. I'm going to keep it. Go ahead and ponder. So there's multiple wastelands. I don't know. I think I'm going to shuffle that. I'd really prefer for it to have more fetch lands or colored sources of mana. There we go. Let's see here. I'm just going to cycle this. Next turn we'll be able to play a Death Shadow, or maybe a Plague Engineer, depending on what he plays. I might actually just go ahead and pass the turn, leaving up Eliminate. Okay. He'll probably use the Wasteland, which I will respond to with Eliminate on the Mother of Runes. Oh, maybe not. So he's actually given me a chance here to... Okay. There we go. He does it during my upkeep. I guess that makes sense. We will pay 2 life. Eliminate that Mother of Runes. And now we get to play a 3/3 Death Shadow. Hopefully he doesn't have a Swords to Plowshares here. Spirit of the Labyrinth. Okay. I think, so that's a Spirit. Let's go ahead and Plague Engineer. We will name Spirit, just to get that out of the way. Swing for 4. Now our cantrips are at least usable. Ponder the Brainstorm we have here. Council's Judgment. Yeah, that's probably gonna... Yeah. Alright. So I could just leave up the Borrower here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Sure. I kind of just feel like bouncing this. I don't know why. Ah, Thoughtseize. Nice. Okay, so he has multiple Skyclaves, a Batterskull, and Thalia. I think I want to get rid of that Thalia. Is Skyclave Apparition a spirit? Yeah, it is a spirit, so it's going to be a little smaller, thanks to my Plague Engineer. Let's ponder here. Fatal Push, Wasteland, Street Wraith. I think I'm going to keep those. I'm going to put the Fatal Push there. We will Wasteland. He does have another Karakas in his hand, so maybe I will destroy his Wasteland. Now he has to destroy one Karakas to be able to play a Skyclave. Ah, darn. He drew a Snow-Covered Plains. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But, yeah, you know, maybe I should have brainstormed in response to that. Might have been able to find a daze. I think I'll put the Ratchet Bomb and then let's see what's the best thing to do here. I think the best thing to do... Oh, that was a mistake. I should not have clicked that. Whoops. Yeah, I might have just thrown this match away. I meant to put Fatal Push in my hand. I meant to put Thoughtseize on top so that I could play the Delver here. And then when he plays his Skyclave Apparition next turn, which I'm assuming he's probably going to do, then I could use the Fatal Push on the Skyclave Apparition, because I will have had a creature leave the battlefield, but I guess I can still just do that with the illusion. Or, never mind. The illusion's a 3/3, so the illusion won't die if it blocks a Skyclave Apparition. Okay, it's another Skyclave playing around days, and is he going to get the insect? Or is he going to get the illusion? Okay. Oh yeah, it's... can he even get the illusion? Okay, non-land, non-token. Okay, so he can't even get the token. I just have to pass here. Now, if he doesn't do anything or passes back, I can play the Brazen Borrower. Path to Exile. Okay. Nope. Now we can Fatal Push the Apparition. I'm just going to go ahead and attack here, and we can play the Brazen Borrower. You know, I probably should have shuffled this Ratchet Bomb away. I mean, it might be useful if any kind of Batterskull stuff happens. Ah, Stoneforge. Okay. My life total is kind of too low at this point to really do much. Well, I can't block with the Brazen Borrower anyway. Just gonna play the Ratchet Bomb here. Thalia. That's kind of brutal. This is pretty good here. Let's play a Plague Engineer. I think human is the right call. I would love to draw a land that doesn't hurt me so that I can play this Snuff out. Okay, and here is the Sword of Feast and Famine, which I can, if he equips, then I can block with the Illusion at the very least, unless he has like a Swords to Plowshares or something. Which if he does, that's pretty bad for me. So I know he has a Batterskull in hand, and he has one unknown card. What a crazy game. Gonna put a charge counter on this. Death Shadow is good, but not really super great. I mean, yes, it is, in that now I have like a couple different ways of getting in for lethal. The Brazen Borrower can't block anyway, so I kind of just have to go for it. And well, I guess it kind of boils down to if he can find a removal spell for this illusion. Ah, he could not find a removal spell, so we beat Death and Taxes. Very nice. Gonna pause this real quick because I have to go to the bathroom. Alright, so one more match, and we will be done with this league. We will see if we can go 4-1. That would be nice. But I'll settle for a 3-2. Just kind of depends on what we face, I guess. What a close match against Death and Taxes, though. That was pretty crazy. We managed to dodge removal for those last couple turns, and it was very close. Alright, we will be on the play. I think I can keep this hand. So we could just go ahead and Thoughtseize, but I think that the best play here is to Ponder, just to make sure that they don't go like Wasteland and then immediately destroy us. Okay, we have a second Watery Grave there, just in case he does, or they do Wasteland us. Snow-covered island. Not my favorite thing to see. All days a brainstorm if he tries to brainstorm, or if they try to brainstorm. I can, yeah, I'll days a Spell Pierce too. Spell Pierce. So it looks like we're playing against Pyroblast, Ponder, Jace. Some sort of control deck, I guess. Guess I'll take the Ponder. Leaving him with just, or them with just Pyroblast and Jace in their hand. With a bunch of lands. Astrolabe, sure. So it looks like we're playing against some sort of Snoko or maybe not Snoko, maybe like Jeskai Control, something along those lines. He does have a Pyroblast. So I'm gonna play my Watery Grave, pay the 2 life, and then I'll Brainstorm. This will probably draw out the Pyroblast, which we can then daze. I think it might be the best thing to do in response to that. Okay, Brazen Borrower, Force of Negation, so we'll go ahead and put our Watery Grave and then our Bloodstained Mire back on top. Don't have quite enough to play the Gurmag Angler yet, but hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, next turn we definitely will be able to. So he has Jace, Tundra, Volcanic Island, and 1 other card in hand. So now we can play the Angler and leave up Stubborn Denial. And then we also have Force of Negation backup. Yeah, I'll let this Brainstorm resolve. And I think instead of casting anything here, I think I'm just going to pass the turn. I could have Brainstormed, but Brainstorm kind of gives me an extra nice blue card to be able to throw away to the Force of Negation. That way, Brazen Borrower I can kind of keep as a creature. Swords to Plowshares. That is definitely a worthy candidate for Stubborn Denial. My guess is that through all that brainstorming and shuffling, they probably shuffled away these non-basic lands. There's another Angler. So I could brainstorm now. Or I could just pass, leaving everything up again. I think I am going to brainstorm now. Okay. No way to shuffle, unfortunately, but at least we can have a bunch of blue cards to respond to any scary planeswalkers or whatever. Mystic Sanctuary for Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, that's it is what it is. So I think the right thing to do here is to Force of Negation. I guess pitching Daze. That way the Swords is exiled and he can Mystic Sanctuary it again. And we still have Force with Brazen Borrower backup for Jace. Or sorry, not Force with Brazen Borrower backup, but Force, with a blue card that we can counter Jace with. It's a good thing we exiled it, because he did have the second Mystic Sanctuary. So yes, that I'm definitely going to counter. One mana away from being able to play my other Gurmag Angler. Kind of depends on if he's able to find a removal spell off of this Ponder. Or, something good like a, Planeswalker or something. We'll see if he shuffles. Or if they shuffle. Pretty close game. Okay, so they did not shuffle. It's Teferi. That's annoying. But there's nothing I can do about it. And the worst part is I don't have any way to replay the Angler. So I just sort of have to pass. And now we're probably going to lose. This is sort of like, it's all downhill from here sort of territory. Still no way to play an Angler. With every turn that passes, my chances of winning go down pretty dramatically, I think. Okay, Snapcaster Mage. Yeah. That's pretty unfortunate. So I think I have to snuff out that. Because if I Fatal Push it, I still don't have enough for the Angler. Oh, Lightning Bolt. Okay. Well, that was a close game. So we are playing against some sort of control deck. Jeskai Control. I'm going to bring in the Winter Orbs, the Hymns, the Eliminates, because we saw Teferi, probably the Narsets and the Surgicals. They were pretty religiously playing around Wasteland, so I'm going to cut all of those. I'm going to get rid of the Snuff Outs and the Fatal Pushes. We'll just have Eliminate as our removal. And I think we can probably cut what else? What else? What else? What is the worst card in my deck now? I think we can probably maybe cut one Shadow because it's Swords to Plowshares deck. And one Angler? Yeah, I think that is fine. We will play first. This hand is kind of interesting, but I'm fine with keeping it. We have multiple Hymns, so that can be potentially pretty good for us. I don't think I should fire any off just yet. I think first I'll brainstorm and shuffle away a couple of these extra lands if the brainstorm resolves. So that's not going to resolve. I think I'm going to cycle this guy. Play this insect and pass the turn. Or it's the Delver now, not an insect just yet. But if all goes according to plan, it will become an insect. And there is a Pyroblast. So I kind of don't like playing him into a bunch of untapped mana, but I don't really see any other sort of plan this turn, so I think I'm just going to go for it. Snapcaster Mage. Probably going to Flusterstorm that, so I will can daze it, and that sort of accomplishes what I'm trying to go for, I think. He has force backup, so that's going to resolve, and then he will Flusterstorm it. But I was able to still get quite a few cards out of his hand. Shock ourselves. So, unfortunately, I think now they have a window to resolve something pretty scary. Um, I don't know if our other him is going to be all that great. Maybe it will. You never know. But yeah, this unfortunately has gone kind of poorly. Pretty much everything from my brainstorm getting countered, which I kind of needed to like put more action in my hand and less fetch lands. And now Jace resolves. So yeah, I think it's pretty much game over. Maybe I shouldn't have dazed that. Well, no, if I hadn't have dazed the Snapcaster Mage, then he still would have had force backup. So I think either way, I'd be pretty much screwed right here. Yeah, I've just sort of was screwed right from the very beginning. Because they had some pretty good answers for everything I tried to do. I don't think there's really much of a point to finishing out this match, but may as well. Yeah, against Control, you really need to have a specific set of things. Game 1 was a lot closer. Like, you know, I was able to have the threat and to the point where they were sort of top decking to find an answer, but nothing like that ever materialized this game. Yeah, I'm just going to concede to that. All right, not the worst. 3-2. So, yeah, we managed to get lucky against Death and Taxes. We beat Oops All Spells. We beat Rug Delver. And we lost to... gosh, what was that person playing? We lost to Cloudpost with the Dark Depths and Stage combo, and we lost to a sort of Jeskai Control deck. I will see you guys for another league tomorrow, hopefully.